Shalom. It's gonna be a good Shabbat. Does anybody got anything, any questions or anything? I know people are walking in. Yeah. You got one?
Yes.
Been studying.
Oh, no, this is a baseball study.
Oh, okay. Well,
I was like, yeah, come.
I can tell you how. Nah, this ain't that. Yeah. What's up, man?
I had a friend contact me, and pretty much I was thinking about the relationship you have with people, and I consider that your relationship with people is different from your relationship with most people. So I was.
Oh, okay. Say that again. Say it loud, because they're loud.
Okay, Con. Basically, your relationship with people is gonna be different from your relationship with Most High.
What you mean by that?
Like, the Most High is in the sky.
The Most High what?
Most High is in heaven. So he's not like physically here. But there was just something I was thinking about.
Okay, but talk to me. Talk to me where your thoughts with that, because I'm trying to see what brought you to that conclusion.
Yeah.
What aspect are you saying the relationship is different?
So I was thinking of it from the aspect of he'll bring people in your life sometimes to show you how you treat him or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was thinking about
right. That's true.
Yeah, I had a friend. I hadn't heard in a while. Picked up the phone. We got talking. And I was just thinking about that. And I was thinking also that dealing with the Most High. It's not like dealing with a person right next to you. That's the Most High. You gotta have the utmost respect and So I actually forgot my question.
Which is true, of course.
Yeah.
How we deal with the Most High.
Yeah.
And how we deal with man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on different levels, right?
Yeah.
Because man, there might be some man that's in the spirit. There might be some men out of the spirit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so where's your mind at with it?
I had the question, but for the life of me, I can't think of it. But I remember what I was thinking at the time. But I gotta come back. It'll probably come to me at the end of class.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I did.
Well, if it comes back to you, then you can come back with it.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Oh, I remember now.
You remember now?
Yeah. So how is the relationship supposed to be? With man. With the Most High. Because it's clearly supposed to be a difference between man and the Most High.
What aspect of the relationship? What are you saying?
Under the context of just for the fundamental sake of maybe I'm missing something.
Well, for the most part, what the scripture tells us, go to 1 John.
Come.
You know what I mean?
4:20?
Yeah, right. There you go. Don't let all that talent go to waste. Go ahead, read that.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 20. If a man say, I love the Most High, and hateth his brother, he is a liar. Mm-hmm. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen?
So, what is it telling us? Yeah.
Oh, God. If you hate your brother, then you definitely can't. You won't be able to love the Most High.
How you deal with your brother is how you would deal with the Most High. Right?
Yes, sir.
So remember, the Most High is making us like Him. Right? So we went over yesterday, be perfect because your Father's perfect, right? Okay, so he's making us like Him. Right? Okay, so the reason why there's different dynamic is because we're not in the spirit of the Most High. right? So you got different emotions and feelings that take us over, and that's why the relationship is different. Because we're human, and we're trying to strive to this perfection, but we're not there yet. So we fall short, right? Right, so that's why relationships are different. Did you get that? Kill it, yeah. That makes sense?
No, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Yeah.
Other than that, remember, when you go through how the Most High wants us to be, what your brother, right? Isn't it a transformation from your old mind to your new mind? Right? Like, if you don't have communication with your brother, when you go to Matthew 18, right? You gotta go, the scriptures tell you how to properly have communication. So remember, the old man is like, no, I'm not on that. But the God mind, Yahweh's mind, right, is on, no, if you want to be like me, you're going to act this way with your brother. Right? And then, remember, I'm not going to take, we could go through a whole class on this, right? About friendship, right? About how the Most High tells us to deal with our brother, loving your brother as yourself. We're going to go there real quick.
Okay.
But go ahead, finish that.
From the top.
Yeah, you can read it.
If a man say, I love the Most High, and hate of his brother, he is a liar. For he that loveth not his brother, whom he hath seen, how can he love the Most High, whom he hath not seen?
Right.
And this is the commandment, and this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth the Most High love his brother also.
There you go. So he that loved the Most High loved his brother also. Why? Go to Matthew 22:36. Matthew 22:36. So just along what you're saying now, you know, there's much more dynamic to this point, not just two scriptures. You can literally go from detail to detail on how to deal like Yahweh. Like, if Christ had a problem with you, would he just bail on you? See, you see how I'm formulating the mind? So if you want to be like Christ, you're going to look at the scripture and say, well, if Christ is your brother, right? How would he deal with you? Right? You see that? And then you go through the scriptures and you say, this is how he would deal. But how would I do it? I don't really want to talk to him though. I don't really want to deal with him though. I don't really want to fix the relationship though. I don't really want to forgive though. I don't really know how to love him though. I don't love that Negro. Right? So you see your mind as opposed to the mind of the Most High. Right? We're just summarizing it to get through this quick. But read that.
Matthew chapter 22 and verse 36. Master, which is the great commandment in the law?
Right.
Yahweh shall answer unto him, thou shalt love the Lord thy power with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself.
There you go. So once again, how would you deal with you? This is one fundamental scripture that us as Hebrew Israelite men and women, we never follow. It's so basic, but until we come to a high consciousness, we don't follow it. So let me reiterate that. Until we come to this high consciousness of the Most High, we don't follow it. But as as just a black and Hispanic and Native American man, you don't follow that. Even coming into the truth and not eating pork and putting on fringes, a lot of brothers don't understand what that means. It's like you got to tell the kids, you got to treat how you want to be treated. But most of the time, that's not your first reaction to your brother, right? But when we start to look into that and how the Most High wants us to deal with our brother like he deals with us, then things start to be dealt with properly, right? The forgiving, the love, the compassion, the mercy, the judgment, right? All of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? So why that popped into your head?
No, it was what it was, cause you know, the friend I was telling you about, he was basically, you know, we go kind of back, like way back, yeah, and you know, he don't really want me putting his information out there, so you know, but basically he's going through some stuff. You know,
Right.
He's supposed to be in class, and you know, you know how it is when somebody's going through something, you know, and they can be a little defensive, you know, so
Yeah, they don't see the way. They don't want to see the scriptures.
yeah,
They don't want to use the scriptures as the method.
yeah,
So they still think worldly. It's like I called my mom and she's like, I can't talk right now. I'm like, where you at, mom?
yeah.
Like the FBI following you? She's like, I'm in the laundry, man. I'm like, and? Like, what we're talking about right now? My mom been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Right? Like act like somebody's listening to her. That like we're talking about my brother, her son. Like who gives a damn about that? But our people are strung out because they don't process things the way in the scriptures. I had to tell her, I said, Mom, y'all keep doing this. Y'all deal with confusion. Y'all deal with confusion the way y'all think. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's listening to you. Nobody tapped your phone. Nobody wants to. She's almost 70 years old. Like, nobody's, stop this. You know what I mean? But they feed that craziness and think it's logical. They think it's spiritual. You know? And I was just telling her about my brother and how he had to learn how to listen, and because his judgment is off, and not only me, y'all heard me talk about it before, like he's been to every camp, and every camp has turned him away because how he rolls and he thinks, but according to him, everybody's wrong. And it's like, bro, you got something wrong up here. Like everybody, like wait a minute, everybody's telling you the same thing. But everybody's wrong. See, and that's why I'm telling her, I'm like, Mom, I can't help somebody that don't want help. I want to help him, but he doesn't want help. But you're telling me help him. I get where you're at. You know what I mean? But you can't do nothing about that. I'm that person.
What ended up happening is he was trying to link up, you know, and I said if we link up, you know, we can go over verses and stuff like that, you know. And I mean, he's cool with the verses, like he does believe in the scripture, it just, he doesn't, he's struggling just coming in and dealing with people, you know what I mean? Because he used to be with IUIC, and something happened with IUIC where they offended him. They easily offended him.
Exactly. You see why when you come through the door, I start with, don't come thinking you're not going to get offended.
Yeah.
Because that's the actual thing that's going to happen when you're around people.
Yeah.
That's like sending Shemaiwan to school and be like, hey, Shemaiwan, everybody's your friend here. He gonna go to school and be like, where the hell did y'all put me? You lied to me. Right? He is. He's never, ever dealt with people like that. He's gonna go to the school, they're gonna talk about his hair, they're gonna make fun of him, they're gonna try to mess up his conscience, they're gonna mess with his spirit. And if they're really diluted, they might do some other corrupt things, right? So the thing is that a lot of brothers are not aware that you have to do that with Israel, because brothers come to the truth and think they forget part of what the scriptures have said. Offenses will come, right? Your brother will offend you, but what are you supposed to do when you get offended, right? Like, it's in there. Like, I didn't write it. It's in there. But so when they come in and then, I mean, y'all heard the story. The brother called me and was like, he was from, I think ISUPK, or I think it was ISUPK. And he was like that. He was like, hey, I want to come around. And at this time, this was about 6 years back. I'm like, I'm already on it. I'm like, why you want to come around? Have you been at anybody's school? And he's like, I dealt with these brothers and they deal with they dealt with me wrong. I'm like, well, what happened? Tell me about it. And this is word for word what he said. He said they were talking, two brothers were talking on the podium, and he felt they were talking about him. And I'm talking about because he went over, the brother talked to the other, he just talked to the other teacher, and then he felt they were talking about him. So I said, hold on, did you ask him? No, I didn't ask him. I was like, that's not what the scriptures say. You know what I mean? So you get these brothers that literally are oblivious to the Bible, that come from Christianity, and then it's not only the pork, it's not only John 3:16, but it's also what? They don't realize that people are going to offend each other. That's part of unity, brotherhood. That's part of love. Which one of you don't get offended by your rib?
Part of being human too.
Huh?
Part of just being human.
Right, just being human. Which one of you get offended by your rib? But you what? You definitely cuddle up, right? You don't be like, no, I'm on my side of the bed. You know what I mean? No, don't touch me. Right? Nah, bro, you what? You get mad for a second, but you booed up the next. Let's be real. So it's the same thing. It's the same dynamic with Israel. You know, that love got to be there, and when it's not there, you're ready to cut people off quick. So, yeah.
Yeah, so what I might do is if I link up with him, I'll probably go over that part of the law. Yeah.
There you go. That's how you do it. Was that it?
That was it.
All right. Any other questions? Nah? All right. My eye means no. Let's go to all right. Let's go to this Romans, the 2nd chapter. Personally, I was going to go over this Tuesday, but it's a topic that needs to be addressed even now much more than ever, because everything that he's bringing out in the spirit is right on point according to what we're doing in our time period. So we're going to start from Romans 2, verse 1 and go down. And then if y'all have questions on this, ask. Yeah. Question?
I actually have a question in Ecclesiastes 2 and 7.
Okay, let's go there before we go to Romans 2. You said Ecclesiastes, what's this?
2 and 7.
Ecclesiastes 2 and 7. Our favorite chapter?
Yes, sir.
Huh? Okay, all right. Ecclesiastes 2 and 7. Let's go.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
Ye that fear the Most High, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall.
And what's your question on this?
The last precept where it says, lest ye fall.
Right. So read it again.
Ye that fear the Most High, wait for his mercy, and go not aside, lest ye fall.
Meaning you're going to jump outside of the mercy of the Most High when you lack patience. So instead of, we know this very well as a people, right? He ain't come through on my time, right? I prayed yesterday night, and I've been without a woman for 8 months. I've been without a man for 8 months, and I asked him to send me a woman, or I asked him to send me a husband, and he did. So I went to the club. See, he made me do it. God made me do it. You move so rashly, you jump outside of the spirit instead of being patient and waiting on the Most High. Right? That's why it says in verse 8. Go ahead.
Ye that fear the Most High, believe him.
Right. Meaning what? You're going to wait on the Most High.